It is October 10th, 2018. This will be the last video of the backyard fruit trees. Lychee air layer 2015 was stressed out, so backed off on the watering, and it's doing well. I put some compost in it a week ago. This is the cherimoya Dr. White. It grew really big and it got a dozen fruit, but half of them got these black spots. Here's one if you can see. This one's okay, it's still growing without a black spot. And here's one that's still okay, about the size of a baseball. No real big fruit on it this year. That's the cherimoya Dr. White. Asian pear, no fruit this year. Cherimoya from Lauro, we planted it a few months ago. It hasn't grown much, so just let it do its thing. Apricot, nectar plum. Lychee air layer 2017. It's starting to get healthy again. Fuji apple, lots of apples on it. Cherimoya from the Sari store. We got half a dozen fruit from hand pollinating. It's only a 2-year-old tree. We got a fruit on there that's about 1.25 pounds, maybe even more. A couple of small ones is a little bit bigger than a tennis ball. Lychee air layer 2018. Just put it in from a 15-gallon pot to a 45-gallon pot. It's doing really well. This one is the lychee Mauritius, and it was not doing well at all. So I took it out of its 45-gallon pot. I used a bag of Sunshine 4 mix aggregate from Home Depot. It was a $25 bag of soil, and it did not drain well. So I put new soil from Walter Anderson. Recipe 420 mix with Edna's Best. Added a little bit of Kellogg's potting mix, and that's the soil that's there now. It should do well because that's the soil we've been using on these new large lychees that are doing great. Alright, we got donut peach, no fruit this year. Our first cherimoya, Grandpa's cherimoya tree grown from seeds, about 18 years old. We already got 2 large fruit from it, 1.5 pounds each. There's still about 3 dozen fruit, all from hand pollinating. That's Grandpa's tree. And then we have Huyu persimmon, pineapple guava, and lychee Brewster. We planted it 5 years ago, no fruit. It was stressed for the last couple of years. It's starting to do well now. So that's a lychee Brewster. This is a lychee air layer 2018 from Wallai's tree. It's been stressed, but I changed the soil to Edna's Best. Looks like it's coming back alive. And this one's the cherimoya lucida from City Farmer. Got a half dozen fruit. That's probably 1.25 pounds. And another 1.25 pounds. A couple of small ones. Cherimoya from Craigslist. Fruit not tasting too well. Got a big one, probably 1.5 pounds. This is the cherimoya Spain. It did really well this year. Half a dozen fruit, or actually more than that, a dozen. And there's no fruit on it now. But we got 2 that were 1.5 pounds each. A couple that were 1.25 pounds. A couple of 1-pounders. Then finished it off with about 4 3/4 pounders. Like cherimoya also from Craigslist. No fruit this year. This one did well. Cherimoya grown by Lauro. Got a dozen, pretty good size cherimoya. This one's probably 1.5 pounds, and I got a net around it so it doesn't get damaged when it falls. So that's the cherimoya from Lauro. This is another air layer lychee 2018. We got the recipe 420, Edna's Best mix, some perlite. It's doing great. Guava, another cherimoya from Lauro. Apple tree. And then the last one is cherimoya from Antiseti. It's only 2 years old. We got 3 or 4 fruit, but they didn't even get past 1/4 pound or 1/4 pound. So, okay, that's it for the backyard. See you next year.